Blood Drive, Chapter 10, Reparations. Aiko and I had progressed through Heavenly Host, guided by the whims of the book, the school changing and shifting around us bit by bit. We were now faced with a peculiarly marked door. And we're in. Okay. I tried to get the trophies for the last chapter, but there were phantoms I was supposed to defeat with my talisman to get, use all the talisman trophies, and they just weren't showing up, so can I look at this again? It looks big enough to fit through. Alright, I'll go in. Am I gonna get witch trialed again? Oh, okay, we're in the courtyard. Is this the same? Nope. A loud roar resounds from within the sculpture. Great. Let's see. A loose board. Obtained. Here. Oh, the statue's gone. Okay, nothing to see about it, though. Oh, sorry, Aiko. Okay. There are sounds of angry spirits emanating from within the room. It would be best not to go in there right now. That's fair. Moving on. Oh, and we're at the apartments now. It's way too quiet right now. Maybe I should take this opportunity to ask a few questions.
Aiko-san, Kuon sensei wa anata no onei-san datta no ne?
Aiko, Miss Kuon's your sister, right?
Eh.
That's right.
私たち天神賞機関組は実はあの人のことよく知らないの。記憶がないというか。
We Heavenly Host survivors really don't know her very well. Like, we have no memory of her.
担任なのに?
Even though she's your teacher?
ええ。ねえ、クオン先生のこと教えて。どういう人なの?
Yeah, so could you tell me a little bit about Miss Kuon? What kind of person she is, for example?
あの人は完璧な人よ。天才という言葉では収まらない。すべての理想という言葉が人間の形をしている存在。
She's pretty much perfect. Calling her a genius wouldn't even begin to describe her. She's basically the living personification of the ultimate human ideal.
理想?
Ideal, huh?
まず11歳の時の著書が世界的ベストセラーになったのを皮切りに。
See, it all started when her book became a worldwide bestseller, and she was only 11 years old.
文学界だけでなく、科学、数学、芸能、経営、経済と数々の分野において研究や発表、マネジメントで大成功を収めているわ。
But her successes weren't just in literature. She also excels at science, math, theater, business, economics, not to mention research, publication, and management.
公益財団法人 PL 振興社が一代の社長であそこまで成長しているのもあの人の力。
The widespread success of PL Promotions Co. Inc. is all her doing. That only happened after she took over as CEO.
私の家、庭家はあの人の印税で一生かかっても使い切れないほどの財を得ている。けれど、そのせいで家族の絆は完全に断絶した。
My family, the Niwas, got rich beyond their wildest dreams through the royalties from her book sales. But it's also thanks to that money, all that money, that we've grown apart.
両親は子育ても働くのも放棄して、姉のお金で海外で遊び回っていて帰ってこないしね。
My parents eschewed raising us in favor of using my sister's money to travel the world, an excursion from which they still have yet to return.
そうなんだ。愛子さんはお姉さんのこと好きなの?
Oh, I had no idea. You do still love your sister though, right?
あの人は私を大好きみたいだけれど、私は大嫌いよ。
She certainly seems to love me, but I despise her.
昔から全部私の前にレールを敷いてしまうから。
For as long as I can remember, everything I've ever done with my life has been on rails generously donated by her.
私には選ぶ権利も与えられなかった。
She's never even given me a chance to choose my own destiny. Once, when she and I were out at a shopping mall, of course it had to be for underwear. Looking to buy new underwear, yep. There was an incident while I was trying on a new bra.
私、これが好き。このブラがいいかな。
I like this one. I think I'll take it. She just stuck her head into the dressing room, through the curtain.
あ
Oh my. And then, as if it weren't bad enough, she came right on in.
ら、ダメよダメよダメよ。愛ちゃんいい？体に合ったものを身につけないとせっかくのスタイルが崩れてしまうの。
Oh, no, no, no. Come now, Ai. If you don't coordinate, your whole ensemble will be ruined.
まだ若いからといって油断してると年齢を重ねていった時に必ず足かせになる。
And don't try to tell me you're too young to concern yourself with such things. Age will pass you by and hold you down if you're not careful.
油断大敵という言葉があるけどまさに今この時よ。こっちにしなさいね。
You've heard the saying, right? That unpreparedness is one's greatest enemy? Well, this is your moment to show unpreparedness who's boss. Try this one. She'd left the dressing room for only a moment, but now handed me a luxurious, elegant lacy bra from the gap between the curtains.
こんなの
This isn't... I complained, but I knew I'd eventually have to try it on anyway, so I just broke down and did it.
ほらやっぱり似合うわ。お姉ちゃんが買ってあげる。愛ちゃんは本当に可愛い。全部お姉ちゃんの言う通りにしなさいね。
See? It totally suits you. And it's my treat, so I hope you enjoy it. Oh, you're just so cute. You'll do anything I say, won't you?
愛ちゃんはとってもいい子だからわかるよね。
Well, you are a good girl, so you understand that my suggestions are for the best, right?
ね
Right? Kiwan's smile was so pure and sweet, it was almost scary.
衣食住も親の愛情も全て姉ありき。私の居場所を全部奪ってしまう。
She has all the privilege and all the pleasures of life, plus our parents love to boot. Everything goes to her, and nothing comes to me.
姉のせいで自分のない人生がもう何もかも嫌になって自暴自棄になりかけた時。
She had me in a pretty dark place for a while, in fact, but right when things were looking their darkest,
私はレイグと出会い、見せられ、オカルトに傾倒していった。
I came to discover the existence of spirit items, and I was instantly hooked. One thing led to another, and before I knew it, I'd become a certifiable occult nut.
霊力という姉にはない力を持っていることに興奮して体が震えたわ。
You can't even imagine how excited I was when I learned that I had spiritual power my sister didn't.
これは私が見つけた力、私だけの世界。レーグオークションでの売り上げは具体的な数値となって私を高揚させた。
This is my world. It's a source of strength that I came upon fair and square. My spirit item auction sales hit some pretty extravagant numbers too, which certainly helped.
なのにあの人はこの世界にまで踏み込んできてあっさりと私の先に立つのよ。忌々しいわ。
But then she did it again. She managed to get a foothold in this field too, and instantly became a bigger name than I was, and that really pissed me off.
そうだったんだ。なんかすごい人なんだね。
I had no idea. She certainly does seem larger than life.
まあ本当のところあの人のことは私もよく分かっていない気がする。
Well, you know, in all honesty, I don't really know her all that well myself.
行き過ぎた正義は悪になる。純粋すぎる悪は人を救済してしまう。世の中をよく見てみて。そうでしょ。
Righteousness taken to extremes can become a form of evil all its own, and when evil gets pure enough, it can be a person's salvation. You see this in every last corner of the world.
一番正しいのは全ての答えではないのよ。きっとね。
The answer to everything under the sun isn't always the right answer, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, we're back. I'm gonna save. Oh. Alright, is the bird still in the mailbox? There's something in one of the mailboxes. Talisman obtained. Okie dokie. Okay. Oh, this space has become so corrupted it's impossible to proceed up any further. Well, I just did, but okay. Oh, can't go here. Oh, this part's broken. And we're in the main building. Okay. Saving again. These tremors certainly are getting intense, aren't they?
校舎が崩壊に向かっているのかも。
The school is probably starting to break down.
まさか あの7番目の柱が。
Do you think it's the seventh pillar?
目覚めだ。
It has awakened.
誰？
Who's there?
本だわ。ブックオブシャドウズが喋ってる。
It's the book. The Book of Shadows is talking.
涅槃が目を覚ました。
The Nirvana has awakened.
涅槃。コアのこと。魔女の魂が。
The Nirvana? You mean the core? The souls of the witches?
我々の接近を感じている。柱も涅槃に反応している。
It can sense our approach. The pillar too reacts to the Nirvana. Inumaru, did he die? Is he a ghost? Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna save again. Alright, Inumaru, Mr. Dog Boy.
愛子さん、どこに行くの？
Aiko, where are you going?
あれは。あの気配は。
This sensation. I recognize it. There he is. Hi. Oh, Jesus.
やっぱり。春雪くん。春雪くんよね。
I was right. Haruyuki. Is it really you, Haruyuki?
よかった。私、あなたに。
Thank goodness. I thought I... Yeah, he's kind of got you by the throat, I think. Inumaru had been completely overtaken by the darkening, his hatred transforming him into a feral beast. His mouth was now slit on both ends, giving him a disturbing, almost fox-like appearance. With speed and precision, he beelined right for Aiko's neck and bit deeply into it, with obvious intent to kill. Haruyuki, I'm sorry. For running away.
あなたから笑顔を奪ってしまって。今。 殺して。
I stole that smile of yours. So go ahead. Kill me. I caught up to the two figures where I found one seemingly trying to eat the other.
今助けるから。
I'll save you.
あゆみちゃん。
Kill me?
私は逃げちゃいけない。
It's okay. I can't run from this.
ダメよ。悪霊、愛子さんを離しなさい。
No, evil spirit, let go of her. I brandished the Book of Shadows in front of me like a shield, attempting to intimidate the attacker.
離さないと。あなたを破壊します。
If you don't, I will destroy you.
いいの。私、これでみんなと一緒に。
It's okay. I can finally be with everyone else. Jesus! With one sharp, violent spray of blood, Aiko's head fell clean off. Aiko! Aiko! No! Tears of blood were streaming down from Inumaru's eyes. The beast then turned his focus on me.
みんな死んでしまえ。そうすればまた会える。 また元通り友達だ。
Everybody needs to die. Then I will see them all again. We can be friends like before. Inumaru lunged at me, mouth agape. I didn't even have time to scream. It only took a split second before it was all over. Wrong end. Okay. Boop boop. Save me.
でも私は逃げちゃいけない。
It hurts. But I can't run up.
悪霊、愛子さんを離しなさい。
No, evil spirit, let go of her. I brandished the Book of Shadows in front of me like a shield, attempting to intimidate the attacker.
離さないとあなたを破壊します。
If you don't, I will destroy you.
いいの、私もこれでみんなと一緒に
It's okay. I can finally be with everyone else. Hey!
誰の声？
Who was that? Out of the blue, a girl I'd never seen before now stood in the creature's path. She was wearing uniquely designed green pins in her hair. Looking more closely, her body had a slight sheen to it and was partially translucent.
このバカ犬、何やってんのよあんた。
You stupid dog! What do you think you're doing?
ちゃん
The rampaging Inumaru showed no signs of having comprehended Sayaka's words.
こんなとこまで追っかけてきて、あんた脳みそあんの？ほんとバカ、マジでバカ、バカ犬。
Did you really come here looking for me? I mean, do you even have a brain in that block head of yours? You're such an idiot. You should know better, you dumb mutt! Now she seemed to have gotten through to him. He stopped biting down on Aiko, releasing his grip ever so slightly.
バカ犬だよ。そんな姿にまでなって。
You really are just a pathetic mongrel. How could you let yourself turn into something like that? Sayaka's tone had a slight waver to it, belaying her harshness. But her berating of Inumaru was working. His eyes were beginning to well up with tears.
あんたにはふさわしい女がいるってなんで言ったらわかるのよ。バカ犬。
How do you not understand that you have a perfectly suitable girl here already? Am I speaking with an accent or something? Damn boneheaded pooch! He was full on bawling now, and nothing seemed like it could slow his tears. You're just such a dumbass. This is no one's fault, you know?
そこできるわけないでしょ。愛子さんを許しなさい。わかった？
No one could have known this would happen, so don't blame Aiko, okay? Do you understand? She was less reassuring him and more commanding him. Inumaru released Aiko from his mouth entirely and became very quiet.
よし。偉いね、日の丸。
Good boy, Inumaru.
愛子さん、このバカは私が連れて行きますから。将来、愛子さんが寿命を迎えたら、みんなでまた会いましょう。
Aiko, I'm gonna take this dolt with me, but whenever your time comes to a close, let's all meet up again, okay? So, Inumaru's what, dead? Aiko's face was as glazed over with tears as Inumaru's. She nodded, unable to even raise her head. I'm so confused. Can he not be cured of the darkening?
ありがとう。
I'm so sorry. Thank you, Sayaka and Hariyuki. Okay, I guess he is dead. I thought maybe he could have been cured from the darkening and brought back to sanity. With one final soft, serene flash of light, Sayaka and Inumata both dissipated into the air and were gone from sight.
愛子さん。
ごめんなさい。変なとこ見せたわ。
I'm sorry. It was very unlike me. And we're back. Okay. Anything? Oh, whoa. Nope. Don't want to go back in here. My bad. Sorry. Okay, anything in here? The mailboxes are all empty. Okay. The sound of a monstrous explosion rang out, accompanied by a violent quake that rocked the very foundation of the school. Sorry, didn't mean to cut her off. This earthquake had triggered an unfortunate side effect. The hole connecting to the underground passages had been completely sealed off. This meant that Mochida and the others would have no choice but to find another way out. Where are we? Which part of Heavenly Host is this? That's a very good question. Maybe it would be best if we stopped trying to put everything in the context of the old Heavenly Host. Either way, it's the only chance we've got is to climb these stairs, so let's get moving. Okay. Oh, there's a body. We'd managed to escape through the hole before it collapsed and wend our way through numerous passages, finally arriving at the base of the enormous bell tower. As soon as we got there, however, there was another huge explosion. The whole school rocked beneath our feet. I was certain the class rep and Agko must have felt these blasts as well, and could only hope beyond hope that they were both all right. Monstrous explosions continued to echo through the bell tower repeatedly, and violent tremors shook us again and again, seemingly without end. The hell?
7番目の柱が
The seventh pillar. It's a light. This effort of knowledge was indeed lit up, spewing its disquieting green flames every which way.
愛ちゃん篠崎さん
行ってみよう。ナオミ、背負って。急ぐぞ。
Let's go. I'll carry you, Naomi. Come on. Okay. Is there anything here? Nothing here for me? Okay. Can we go back here? We need to get to the top. Okay, we'll do that then. Already getting tired. That's great. Okie dokie, take another break. Come on. It's the body of Yoshikazu Yanagihori. In addition to being crucified, he's also had a stake driven through the back of his head. No one had anything to say? Only Ayumi really cared enough to comment on how bad it was. I really thought that the red helm was going to end up being Yoshikazu's spirit, but I guess that didn't end up making sense anyway. Like a replacement Yoshikazu, you know? Come on. Oh, I have to keep going. Okay. Come on. You got this. Thank you.
遅かったわね。
About time you showed up. This effort of knowledge wasn't the only thing to be found at the top of the tower. There waiting for us on the landing was Magari Mizuki, holding Satsuki Mizuhara by the neck.
お前。
You! She let go of Satsuki, who tumbled to the ground like a rag doll.
さつきちゃん
生きてる。死にかけたから連れてきた。
She's alive, but only just. That's why I brought her along. She was not alive. She was not human. Last time we saw her.
涅槃の中心へ行った。
Aiko and Ayumi have gone ahead to the core of the Nirvana.
なんだって。
What?
人 ばない世界よ。見なさい、知識のセフィラが涅槃の目覚めに反応している。
This world doesn't exactly follow the rules of human logic and intellect. See? The Sephirot of knowledge is reacting to the Nirvana's awakening.
この校舎はもう数分のうちに壊れるわ。すぐに幸せの石で帰った方が身のためよ。
The school's only got another few minutes at best. If you don't want to get crushed, you should probably use your Ever After stones and get the fuck out of here.
あなたはどうするの？
What about you?
幸に壊された。
Sachi broke mine. Magadi flashed a bitter smile and showed off the rubble that was once a pair of Ever After stones. She seemed almost proud of what she'd have been through. Miss Kuan then produced her custom-made PL promotion stones, which had also seen better days. They were full of cracks, with strange blue gas seeping out here and there.
こちらもなの。霊力がたまるどころかどんどん抜けていく。
Same here, I'm afraid. Rather than gaining spiritual energy, mine are losing it as we speak.
マジかよ。
You serious?
クオン先生。
Miss Kuan.
どのみちみんな死ぬ運命だったみたいね。
Guess we're all destined to die here then, huh?
参ったな。バルド、心配してるかな。
This sucks ass. I wonder if Waldo's worried about me. Magadi scratched her head and looked for all the world like she'd resigned herself to her fate. It was a sight entirely unlike her. There wasn't anything we could do at this point but stand there and helplessly watch the pillar pulsate, knowing that it could blow at any moment. And it was then, when we'd all resigned ourselves to our fates as Magadi had, that Miss Kuan suddenly looked down at her wristwatch and spoke.
サトシ君、
Satoshi?
はい。
Yes?
君の世界にいた私はいい先生だった。
Was I a good teacher in your world? Excuse me?
中島さんが言ってたっけ？確かゆい先生？
Nakashima said her name once, I think. Miss Yui, was it?
はい。
Yeah.
君の世界ってなんでそのこと知ってんだよ。
Why? How do you know about our world?
ミスト君も言っていたでしょ。オーラの色でわかるの。あなたたちは違う過去に存在していた人。
Masuto mentioned this before, didn't he? About how you can tell a lot from the color of a person's aura? And I could tell right away that you were from another time. A different past.
確かにゆい先生は面白くてドジで最高の先生だよ。でもクオン先生だってゆい先生と同じくらい優しくて楽しくてさ。
Well, Miss Yui was funny and kinda ditzy, and the best teacher we've ever had, really. But in a lot of ways, you're exactly the same as her, Miss Kuan. You're kind and fun.
私も先生のこと大好き。
I love you, too, Miss Kuan. I was sitting straddling Satoshi's back and could barely form a coherent sentence, but I somehow knew if I were ever to say it, that now would be the time.
ありがとう。
Thank you. Miss Kuan smiled brightly.
後悔もいっぱいあったけど、今の言葉で救われたかな。
I have a lot of regrets, but what you said just now makes them all seem insignificant. Those words are my saving grace.
天才と呼ばれたあんたでもそう思うのね。
Even a self-proclaimed genius like you can get all sentimental from time to time, eh?
計算の技能が早いのといろんな知識が豊富だったのは単に私が異常な脳をしているだけよ。
I can make fast calculations, and I know a whole storehouse of information, but that just means I have an abnormal brain, nothing more.
天才とかそんなのじゃない。こんな寿命まで見えてしまう人生にあなたは魅力を感じる？
There's certainly nothing genius about it. How are you so fascinated, for example, by someone who's able to see precisely how much time she has left in this existence? Miss Kuon turned her wristwatch so everyone could see it. The counter displayed the number 300, and it was counting down, second by second.
その時計
That watch.
寿命時計。最後の1秒まで無駄にしたくなくってね。
It's my life clock. I didn't want to waste a single second I had, you see. Life clock, a device capable of reading and displaying one's own lifespan. Ordinarily, I wouldn't put any stock in the accuracy of such a ridiculous-sounding contraption. But this was Miss Kuon we were talking about. Thinking back to everything she'd accomplished in the short time we knew her, and all the technology she devised through PL, I couldn't help but believe every word she said. No matter how preposterous those words may have been, nor how much I wished them to be fabrications.
周囲に求められるがままに能力を使って命を削り続けてきたあなたは
So, you shared your abilities with the world simply because people demanded it, and in doing so, you shaved years off your life.
肉体年齢は90を超えて寿命が近いって聞いてはいたけど、あの噂は本当だったみたいね。
I'd heard your body had aged up to about 90 and you were close to the end. Guess I heard right. Miss Kuon smiled and slowly walked over to the pillar.
私がこの柱を破壊するわ。みんな下がって。
I'm going to destroy this pillar. Everyone stand back. She had the other baby tooth from Sachi in her hand.
あの子の霊力があればできる。計算上だけど間違いないはずよ。
With this child's spirit energy, I can do it. According to my calculations, it should work.
クオン先生
Miss Kuon.
私がいなくなってもあなたたちの人生は続くよ。どんな困難にも負けないで。
Always remember, your lives will go on, with or without me. No matter the hardships, don't ever give up.
先生
Miss Kuon.
みんな元気でね。
Stay safe, everyone.
やだ。
No. No! I screamed and I cried. I lashed out. This wasn't right. This shouldn't have been the end for her.
中島さん、サトシくんちの温泉は体も心も癒してくれるわ。またゆかちゃんと一緒に入るといいわね。
Nakashima, the hot springs in Satoshi's house can heal the body and mind alike. You should take a dip with Yuka again sometime.
あ、岸沼くんは小テストちゃんと受けること山崎先生に話してあるからね。
Ah, and Kishinuma, make sure you take your quiz. I spoke with Mr. Yamazaki about it.
ああ
I will.
やだもう二人とも泣かないで。男の子でしょ。早く。もう時間がないわ。柱も私も。
Come now, you two. Boys shouldn't cry. You need to hurry. Neither this pillar nor I have much time left.
先生
No, Miss Kuon! Miss Kuon! Still on Satoshi's back as he descended the stairs, I screamed. There had to be another way. There had to be. Magari was the only one left who hadn't said anything yet.
忘れないでおくわ。あんたっていう天才を。マルトゥバは心霊医療から手を引く。
I won't forget you. There aren't many geniuses like you in this world, and the Martubas will withdraw from spiritual medicine. You have my word.
約束してね。
I trust you'll keep it.
アイコは私が守ってあげる。
Also, I'll look after Aiko. And with that, Magari followed us down the stairs, away from the pillar. Once Miss Kuon had confirmed we were all out of range, she pressed her hand and Sachi's tooth upon the monolith. She suddenly began to breathe heavier, as if she were running out of air. Her years were physically catching up to her. All at once, she began to feel as old as her body appeared. She looked down at her watch. There were only 20 seconds left. I really don't want to die. I don't want to die. With nothing left to hold them back, the tears began to stream down Miss Kuon's face. The counter was down to 10. Miss Kuon's arm began to fuse with the pillar, as if she were being pulled in.
そう思える。なんて幸せなんだろう。
I guess the fact that I don't want to die means I've lived a truly happy life. The upper portion of the bell tower lit up with a blinding flash and exploded with tremendous force. The entire school shook harder than ever. Each of us was blown clean off the stairs and knocked unconscious in the process. A piece of Heavenly Host blew out, leaving an enormous crater in its wake. A dimension of empty expanse, bright and white. A world without a single sound. There I stood, dumbfounded. I couldn't speak. Where am I? Is what I wanted to say. Satoshi.
先生。
Miss Kuon.
出会えたことがもう奇跡なんだよ。
It's like a miracle that I'm able to see you here.
死ぬのは怖くないって思って見ていた私の時計。
I was staring at my watch, thinking about how I wasn't afraid of dying.
寿命が来れば消えればいい。それまでただやることをやるって考えて生きてきたの。
I lived my life knowing that when my lifespan ended, that would be it. I accepted my fate and resolved to do what needed to be done within the limited time I had.
あなたに出会って生まれて初めて恋をして生きたいって思った時時計のカウントが減らなくなった。
But then I met you, and I fell in love for the very first time. And when I thought about how much I wanted to live, the counter stopped.
恋っていいね。別の世界から来たあなたは私と出会った最初の日のこときっと知らないだろうけど。
Love truly is many splendored. Even though you came from a different world and probably don't even remember the day we met, we're still connected.
元の世界に戻ったらまた違う先生が君と出会うのかな。ちょっと悔しいけど私じゃない先生によろしくね。
I wonder if you'll find yet another teacher in my place once you return to the real world. I'll be kind of jealous, but do say hi for me to the me who isn't me, won't you?
バイバイ。
Bye-bye now.
先生
My face was coated in tears and snot. I stood up, arm outstretched, but there was nothing I could do. She was gone. Where am I? Oh.
大丈夫、あゆみちゃん。
Are you okay, Ayumi?
すごい地震だったわね。急がないと。
Yeah, but that earthquake was incredible. Come on, we have to hurry. Okay, is there anything new in this area now? Nothing? Okay. I'm gonna save. Okay. Does the eyeball do anything? Oh, this door's been eaten away by the Nirvana. It will likely never open again. Is this a skull I can look at? The name tag rests beside the corpse. So, Butai Junior High, Class 3C in Nanako Hayami. Decapitated by door while peering out into hallway. Okay. A hex is scrawled on each of the awards on the display case are now glowing, and the laughter of vengeful spirits fills the air. The cabinet door is locked. Okay. Blood-filled room is no longer blood-filled. Oh, okay, there's a corpse here. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Archuba's tomb researcher, Keiichi Aoki, sorry. Heart stopped from lightning strike. Should I be aware of lightning? Jesus. Okay, anything new here? There's something in one of the mailboxes. Glass ball obtained. Okay, still no dead bird. Okay. This line has been broken. Anything here? No. Oh, can't go that way anymore. Does this say anything new? Those without power are destined to perish. Okay. Anything in here? Oh, I can just walk over that. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. One of the documents seems fairly comprehensible. Futhark document 1 obtained. Wait, what is a Futhark document? Futhark document 1. The soldier bore witness to the slaughter and came to deplore it. Okay, what does that mean? This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. Unfortunately, it's all completely illegible. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. Unfortunately, it's all completely illegible. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. Unfortunately, it's all completely illegible. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. One of the documents seems fairly comprehensible. Futhark document 2 obtained. Okay, how many are there? There's something written here, though it's very faint. Thank you for killing me. I'm going to die now. Goodbye. Thinking quickly, I slapped the spirit with my talisman. She seemed to leave something behind on the ground as she disappeared. Tiny key obtained. Okay. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. Unfortunately, it's all completely illegible. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents all written in Futhark ruins. Unfortunately, it's all completely illegible. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. One of the documents seems fairly comprehensible. Futhark document 3 obtained. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. Unfortunately, it's all completely illegible. This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. One of the documents seems fairly comprehensible. Futhark document 4 obtained. Is that it? This shelf seems to house a collection of documents written in Futhark ruins. One of the documents seems fairly comprehensible. Futhark document 5 obtained. Okay, and then I already checked this shelf and there was nothing there. Yeah. Okay, so is that all of them? The soldier bore witness to the slaughter and came to deplore it. The witch on the skewer died with naught but hate in her heart. Mother, peer upon thy kin, hug them tight to hide thy deplorable acts. Okay. The Lord says thou shalt rebuke this massacre and meet hatred with reason. Thou canst guard against the pike, merely smile when others look upon you. Okay. Huh. Okay. I don't know what those mean. I'll be honest. Okay. And I noticed a gap out here. Can I use the loose board? Yeah, there we go. Oh, hello. Is that another Martuba tomb person? There's no further sense of any spiritual presence nearby. There are various articles here on witch hunts that occurred during the Middle Ages. A palpable malice emanates from these documents. Okay, can I save? Okay, I have saved. In here. Oh, this is new. Oh, hi. Oh, Jesus. Nope. Oh, he hit me, but I was all the way up there. Nope. Oh, I can't go this way. Nope. No, move out of my way. Oh, I died. Game over. Okay. Gotta try to get him away from the entrance. Or the exit, I suppose. I can go here. Whoa! No! Leave me alone! Oh, I died again. Okay, I can go down the bottom way. Game over. Go this way. Oh, I didn't realize this one was here. Oh, go away. Nope. Okay, I'll wait here. Okay. Yeah, you guys follow me this way? Nope. Ah, and then I'll go this way. No, 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 no! Oh, come on. Game over. I hate when they get tired and stop moving at all. Okay, couldn't go this way because this guy was here, so have him chase me up. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Oh, he's gonna hit me. Oh. No! Oh, come on. That was delayed. Yep. Game over. Yep. No, go! Oh. Yep, there it is, the second hit. How am I supposed to get past these guys? Oh my god. Okay, if I get this guy to follow me this way. Oh, I just got myself trapped. Oh, come on. I'm dead. Why are there 3 red helms here? No! Oh, not the corner again. Yep, and the second hit got me. Again. This is getting annoying. Come on. Game over again. No, I wasn't even close to him. What are you doing? Nope. Nope. Not even close to me. Go away. No, why are you stopping? Oh, I can go up there and they wouldn't notice me at all. Uh-huh. Come on, guys. Oh, God. Haha. Sucks to suck. Get away from me. No! He didn't hit me! And now she's tired. I was... oh my god. Your running speed needs to last a little fucking longer, Yumi. Okay. I can go up here, but that's not going to stop him from chasing me or getting out of the way. And now he's coming. Okay, is he going to stay away from me now? No, he's coming. That's great. And now I'm trapped. No, he didn't hit me! I'm all the way over here. Thank you. Nope. I am super far away. Get away from me. Let's save. Okay. Are these all bodies? Are these all corpses I should look at? Name tag rests beside the corpse. Martiba's tomb researcher Motomasa Maeda died swiftly but of unknown cause. Body was skewered post-mortem. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Martiba's tomb researcher Hinoki Iwasawa died swiftly but of unknown cause. Body was skewered post-mortem. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Martiba's tomb researcher Tatsuya Miyazawa Died swiftly, but of unknown cause. Body was skewered post-mortem. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Martuba's tomb researcher Tomomi Hashimoto. Died swiftly, but of unknown cause. Body was skewered post-mortem. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Martuba's tomb researcher Ryohei Okamoto. Died swiftly, but of unknown cause. Body was skewered post-mortem. A name tag rests beside the corpse. Martuba's tomb researcher Noritake Nakada. Died swiftly, but of unknown causes. Body was skewered post-mortem. Thank you. Guess we'll go check out this fleshy thing now. There was a single white door in the back of the crystal-filled room, along with an enormous standing cross. The walls were lined with the crucified corpses of what looked to be the Martuba investigation team sent in before us. It is ahead. The Book of Shadows spoke once again.
いよいよね。
We made it.
愛子さん、お願い。もう引き返して。
Aiko, please, turn back.
くどいわよ。
You're certainly persistent.
お願い。足手まといになるかもしれないから言ってるの。あなたが。
Please, I mean it. If you don't, there's a good chance you're going to get in my way. Aiko was at a loss for words.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. I draped my head and apologized for the sudden outburst. I'd intended to be looking out for Aiko, manufacturing an excuse to keep her out of harm's way, but it came across as harsh. It worked, however. Aiko hung back, and I stepped through the door on my own. Inside was another realm entirely, one in which heaven and earth alike sat in ruins. The sky was a twisted coil of red and black, and the ground, or what was left of it, was little more than a black mass. The floorboards from the school stretched before me, converging at a shining staircase leading up into the unknown. And high above all else loomed a conspicuous object, shining brightest of all. Is that the Nirvana? Oh, that's where they are. Okay. On another mass of floorboards below me were Kishinuma, Mochida, Nakashima, and Magari. Yuga and Satsuki were there too, though they were both clearly unconscious. You guys! Are you alright, Shinozaki? What is that? I cracked a slight smile at Mochida's panicked reaction. Just stay alive, you guys. I'm going to go settle things. Shinozaki, you're not seriously planning on... So, only the bearer of the book can go on ahead, huh? Don't you go dying on me now. My mind was made up. I was going to do this no matter what. I took my first step up the staircase. Hey, Shinozaki, wait! Class rep. Nakashima addressed me with much effort, as she still seemed to be in tremendous pain. It was, admittedly, some comfort to receive so much support from my friends. It doesn't sound like support, it sounds like they're trying to tell you not to do it. The stairs faded away behind me, quite literally, each one vanishing as soon as I stepped off it, actively rejecting the notion that anyone but the bearer of the book could be here. I continued climbing until I hit the top, which left me right at the foot of the shining object in the sky. I don't see anything shining. From here on up is... The last of the steps disappeared, leaving me floating in midair. I clasped my arms around the Book of Shadows. Compose yourself. Regain your balance. Okay. I tucked the book under my arm and started leveling myself out a bit. Almost immediately, my vision began to blur. It looked like the world around me was melting. It took me a moment to realize that it was actually motion blur due to the extreme rate of speed at which I was flying. The shining object was getting closer and closer. It's a girl?
怖いけど負けないわ。
I'm really scared, but I'm not going to lose this.
今までいっぱい悩んで逃げて後悔してきた。
I've done a lot of hesitating, a lot of running away, and a lot of regretting up until now.
関係ないって自分の殻に逃げ込む癖がついていた。
And I've always just crawled into my shell whenever things got too intense, convincing myself that I was unimportant in the overall scheme of things.
道はこっちにはないって気づいたんだから。覚悟したんだから。
But now I realize that I'm walking a different road entirely, and I've made up my mind.
見てて、お姉ちゃん。
Watch me, sis.
目は閉じない。
My eyes are open now, and I'm never closing them again. Oh, that's not good.
なんなの？
Ow! What the hell? The following events all happened in rapid succession. The runic letters on my thigh from the blowback at Yoshi Tsunozaki's estate began glowing red and spurting blood. As I was observing and confirming this, 4 small blue lights were drawn to me like moths to a flame. Once they got within arm's length, they stopped moving and just hovered.
これは
Huh? What are they? I had a feeling I already knew the answer. These 4 lights were giving off a gentle, caring, friendly glow. They were the purest and strongest lights I'd ever encountered here. I felt more reassured than ever just by looking at them.
何？あなたたち。
What are you? In my mind, I could understand them without the need for words. Their aura was as inviting as could be. It's you guys, isn't it? What, Mochida, Suzumoto, Misui, and... Or not Mochida, sorry. Morishige, Suzumoto, Seiko, and Misui? I began to cry. This was no time to lament or mourn, though. The runic letters on my arm now began glowing red and spurting blood, just as the ones on my thigh had moments before.
何よこれ。
Ow! What the...
涅槃だ。
Fight it. It's the Nirvana. The Book of Shadows spoke again. Fight it?
ここで死ぬようでは俺を使う資格はない。
If you die here, you lose your right to bear me.
俺を邪術を使いこなす。
Unbind me and master the dark magic. Okay, what do we... Q to E option A, B, and C. When the Nirvana addresses you in Futhark, you may answer back by pressing the QuickTime buttons to use Futhark lettering of your own as indicated. What? 3, 2, 1. I'm so confused. What do you mean? Can I look at the... No, I can't look at the documents anymore. Okay, what's this doing? Oh, okay. I think I just destroyed one of my friend's spirits. Okay, we have more lettering. What are you... What am I supposed to press here? I don't know. Should I press something? Maybe I should just see what happens if they all get destroyed. I don't really know what it wants me to do here. I don't know what any of this says. Okay, that was the first one it said to me, isn't it? So is it saying the documents that I was reading about the witch and the soldier or whatever? Okay. I've got one left. What's gonna happen now? Okay. I don't know what any of this says. Okay. Oh, I see, and now I'm gonna get hurt myself because I don't have the spirits of my friends protecting me. Okay, I guess we'll do that real quick. See if this is a secret ending. Or not secret, but one of the endings. Did we lose? Oh, looks like it. Huh? I suddenly realized that my vision had gone completely dark.
私。
篠崎さん。
I turned around at the sound of Suzumoto's voice, and there she was, Maya Suzumoto, with a warm blue glow. Oh, Ayumi, we've been watching over you this whole time. Shinohara, Morishige, and Miss Yui were there too. You guys, what's going on? Is this a dream?
頑張ったね。何度も立ち上がるあなたを見て、先生ずっと泣いてたんだよ。
You've done so great, Ayumi. It brought tears to my eyes to see you pick yourself up again. Up over and over again, never throwing in the towel.
もういいんじゃないか。
But isn't it about time now?
みんな生きてるの？
Are you all alive? Shinohara shook her head.
ほら、
See? The marks on her neck from the noose that had killed her were still present and accounted for.
生きてはいないけど、みんないるし、いいかなって。
We may not be alive, but we're all here, so we thought we'd pop in for a visit.
これは死者と共に永遠に暮らせる世界を作る邪術、ランド・オブ・コープスだわ。妖精さんにもできなかったこと。
This is black magic that allows someone to spend eternity with the dearly departed here, the land of corpses. Even Yoshi couldn't successfully cast that.
ここなら授業だってできそうだわ。
You know, I might be able to hold class here.
よりによってこの術が成功するなんて。
I never thought I'd actually be able to cast such a high-level spell.
もういいや。
Well, as long as I'm here. Oh.
それでね、岸沼くんがさ、超おかしいでしょ？
And then you know what Kishinuma did? Isn't that just the funniest thing you've ever heard? In a dark room surrounded by skeletal corpses, I stood and I spoke with my friends. I was happy and content, and lost myself to the sensation of camaraderie that I'd so missed. The morning never came. It was perpetually night here, but I barely even noticed. I was ready for this eternal existence with my dear departed friends. Wrong end. That was actually really interesting though, I liked that. Okay, let's try to figure out those Futhark things. Soulful testimony from Miyuki Sawashiro has been unlocked. Miyuki Sawashiro. Okay, so Yui.
ゆい先生やらせていただきました。沢城みゆきです。天神賞シリーズ今回で、本当に完結ということでほっとしています。いや、とっても残念です。いや、ほっとしています。私怖いの苦手なので毎回この収録とっても怖かったです。でもきっと手に取ってくださってる方はお好きな上できっとプレイしてくださってるんでしょうから、私が怖いなと思うほどに楽しんでいただけたのではないかと思っております。完結ということですけれども、なんとなく、そうですね、夏になったら怖い話の季節になったら、もう一度思い出していただきまして、プレイしていただけると嬉しいなと思っております。ではありがとうございました。沢城みゆきでした。
Aww. Oh, can't go back that way. Ah! What the fuck? You came from nowhere. I don't appreciate that. I'm tired, I'm dying. Great. Thank you. Is she gonna follow me? Yep. Use tiny key. There is a small depression in the back of the cabinet, seemingly custom designed for one specific object. Try the glass ball. Use glass ball. Something happened over there. There we go. Suddenly, the door across the way seems to have a different air about it, an entirely more menacing presence. Okay, cool. Bye. Oh my god, leave me alone. Oh my god, stop. She's gonna chase me again. No. Oh my god, she came in here? Are you serious? Okay, now there's something here. Okay, I was wondering, because that seemed like endgame type stuff, so... There's a student ID tag, name tag, lying on the ground. Mages Guildmaster Chiyomaru Shikuda. Cannot die, Master of Guild for Surviving Mages, dwells somewhere in this world. Is that who the white-haired girl is? I don't know what I'm doing! Am I losing? Am I dying? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Okay. I can't even look at the Futhark documents to say what each one says. I have no idea what's happening. Did I do it? I'm out. I ran out. Am I dead? What happened? What is happening? Did I win? Nope, I don't think so. Okay, I got a wrong end. I don't know what I did. Okay, we're gonna see what happens if I lose all my spirits, but then win. So, I know, shoot, actually, I don't know what that one is. I'm trying to remember what each of the symbols reacts to, because it's only like the same 4 or 5 symbols, I think. So, yeah, so that one's... Let's lose our spirits first, and then try to get all the right ones. I just hope I don't mess up. I've done this, like, freaking 7 times, so I'm pretty sure I figured out which ones are right and which ones are wrong. Oh, I forgot 3 and 1 are reversed. Okay, oh, wrong one. I want to lose my spirits. Okay, so we want this one. Okay, and then lose this one. Okay, and now we have to win the rest. And remember that 1 and 3 are reversed for whatever reason. Okay. That one was the one that started with R. Okay, that was the one that started with the R again. Okay. Is that not the same? No, that one's the one that started with an X. Did I win? Did I do it? I awoke to a white expanse stretched out before me and realized I was still in midair. It almost seemed like I was above the clouds, looking down on the world below. What is that? Finally, the light from the Book of Shadows faded, its power spent. I immediately lost my balance and fell through the sea of clouds, landing with a thump. Oh, before me I saw a young blonde girl sitting in the nude. The entire area was so blindingly bright, though I couldn't make out who she was. The clouds clung to the ground even here, giving my surroundings their unearthly glow, pure white, as if this was the aftermath of a blizzard. I could make out new details the longer I focused, and now noticed the girl before me had almost translucent blue eyes with no eyebrows. She was gazing fixedly at me. I could only think of this being as someone who existed beyond all human knowledge. Are you the will of the Nirvana? I addressed her with a fearful break in my voice, but she just continued staring at me in total silence. Return to this book! I raised the Book of Shadows, but the girl's expression did not change. As a descendant of the one who just summoned you initially, I'd like to apologize. You were just sleeping, weren't you? Oh, she's speaking Latin. The girl spoke, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. I wonder what language that is. The girl stood and began approaching me. I tried to take a step back, but tripped and fell. This is when I first noticed my surroundings. The clouds had receded a bit, revealing no snow broth but a thick forest of half-dead trees. The girl approached me slowly, one step at a time, in an almost rhythmical manner. Her mouth opened wide. Oh, Jesus. Okay. And a large branch popped out from the back of her throat. Suddenly, she was crucified directly in front of me. Blood splattered everywhere. I was completely drenched. I screamed and tried to move back, but my legs had given out. Meanwhile, the book shadows lay on the ground. It was the farthest thing from my mind at the moment. Then, from behind this skewered girl, I caught sight of another girl who looked just like her, her flaming body hanging from a tree. It swung very slightly in place, creaking and groaning with each revolution.
Ego soffocare con l'impaesanism!
I could hear accusatory yells in the same foreign language coming from hysterical men and women in the forest. Ever heard Latin before? What's going on? Oh, hi. I shifted my focus from the burning, hanged girl on the tree back to the girl in front of me, and she too was now completely burned. She continued walking towards me, little by little, step by painful, deliberate step. And when she finally reached me, she put her hands around my neck and began to choke me. Thinking quickly, however, I grabbed the girl's arms, pulled her in, and gave her the biggest hug I could muster. I may not understand your words, but your message comes across loud and clear. That scream of agony speaks of a life that was violently cut short. I don't know what exactly happened to you, but I know someone else whose story is probably similar to yours. The burned girl stopped moving entirely. I guess I'd gotten her attention. She was always so sad. And even after her life was taken, she still loved her mother dearly. Sachiko, right? But nobody ever forgave her. You did. She suffered and suffered through all she wanted, though all she wanted was for someone to help her. She wound up losing herself, eventually drowning under the weight of her curse. My eyes began to overflow with tears. I loosened my grip slightly, and the burned girl began to stroke my cheek delicately, yet strangely. You're right to feel the hatred and rage you do, but this never-ending chain of sorrow needs to be broken by someone, and it may not be an enviable job, but that duty falls upon you. She continued to stroke my cheek, but then also raised her other hand to my eye, stuck out her finger, and jammed it right into my eye socket. Pain shot through me in one incredible wave. From somewhere deep within my head, I could hear the sound of a foreign body digging around my muscle tissue. Her finger had directly cut my ophthalmic nerve. Between the intense agony and the deeply disturbing sound, I felt like I was on the verge of insanity. This must be the same pain this girl is feeling. If I can't understand what she went through, I'll never understand her. I won't run away. That decided, I allowed my body to give in to the convulsions that had begun racking it. I was trying not to consciously focus on the pain, instead focusing on the girl. I felt as if I were mere moments from choking on my own tongue when the girl's finger finally dug my right eye out of its socket completely. Words could not describe the extreme pain. I cramped up completely and began shivering. The girl then pulled the sticky, bloody eyeball in her palm, displaying it triumphantly in view of my other eye for a moment, before squeezing it with every ounce of strength she had. It still had some elasticity to it, so it expanded in her hand until its length had roughly doubled, but it could only take so much, eventually exploding into milky white and red goo. Yet I still refused to show any signs of intimidation. I did not react. I waited until the girl's eyes met mine, my one eye, and then flashed her a soft smile. She looked genuinely puzzled. And then she threw herself at me, and our lips met. Like, she doesn't look like she has lips. Okay. Solitary? Or, what is that? Solidarity? I hugged her once more, in spite of my trembling arms. A huge shockwave shook the air, transforming into light and shattering around me. When the light settled, I was standing at the top of those mystic red stairs, which had now reformed and stretched down below me to the remnants of Heavenly Host. I held my gored-out right eye socket in my right hand, and the Book of Shadows in my left. Somehow or another, I was able to return the core. I did it, sis. Hi, Satsuki. I sighed again and looked around me. The only distinctly visible thing nearby was a large pool of blood, and standing right in the middle of it was a girl wearing the same school uniform as Yuka's. She turned around and looked at me, sobbing uncontrollably. Her eyes were pitch black and her entire countenance seemed somehow off. Aren't you... Yeah, from Kisaragi Middle, right? Hey, where's everyone else? Satsuki licked her lips with the speed of a lizard. It was the sort of movement that no ordinary human could possibly accomplish, though it happened so quickly that I was kind of doubting what I'd just seen. Wasn't everybody here earlier? Come on, say something. Where did this pool of blood come from? It was only after I'd asked this that I heard a voice from behind me. Ayumi Shinozaki. You're... It looked like something had bitten off most of Magadi's body from the waist down. Her flesh was tattered, her organs exposed, and blood absolutely everywhere. I fucked up. That thing synapses are shot. Get the hell out of here. What? I had no idea what she was talking about. Then, in a flash... Yep, there it is. Satsuki's head split apart like a blooming flower, and the creature lunged directly at me. No! Ah! Just like that, my head was bitten clean off my body, and the rest of me just plopped to the ground. Chewing and crunching sounds echoed throughout the empty, otherwise silent space as Satsuki enjoyed her freshly caught meal. Wrong end. EVP entries for Satsuki Mizuhara have been unlocked. Alright, we need to win this time. Okay, the SV was the X one. Or not V, sorry, C. Okay, the weird cross one was the one that looks like Hug. Okay, Okay, HF was the one that started with an R. SC again, that was the X one again. That's 3. Emma, swim. Did I win? A huge shockwave shook the air, transforming into light and shattering around me.
嘘でしょ
No. Please, no.
篠崎
I could hear Kishinuma and the others yelling out in shock, having witnessed everything from the bottom of the stairs. Aiko was there too. When the light settled, I was standing at the top of those mystic red stairs, which had now reformed and stretched down below me to the remnants of Heavenly Host. I held my gored-out right eye socket in my right hand and the Book of Shadows in my left. I slowly, solemnly descended those stairs of light. Guys!
篠崎お前無事だったのか
Shinozaki! You're okay! Class rep!
篠崎。その目。
Shinozaki! Your eye!
怪我したのか
You're injured?
大丈夫あの子をここに戻すための優しい傷だよ
I'm alright. It's a small price to pay for helping that girl move on. The Book of Shadows in my hand had a white sheen to it now. It gave a weak smile and slowly formulated in my mind the exact words I wanted to say.
みんなごめんね
I'm sorry, everyone.
私のためにみんながひどい目にあってどんなに謝ってもやっぱり許されることじゃないって分かってる
I know I've put you through a horrible mess, and no matter how many times I apologize, I know it'll never be enough. What I did is unforgivable.
これ以上みんなを傷つけさせないよこの涅槃から守るから
But I won't let you guys get hurt anymore. I'll protect you from here in this nirvana.
何言ってるの
What are you saying?
どうしたんだよ篠崎。急に変なこと言って。
Did something happen, Shinozaki? This doesn't seem like you.
大丈夫心配しないで今度こそちゃんと守るって決めたの
Don't worry. I'm okay. I've just resolved to protect the people I hold dear. For real this time.
おい篠崎
Hey, Shinozaki. Kishinuma seemed especially perturbed by this resolution. He must have thought I was on the verge of sacrificing myself for the greater good or something, and rightly so. But the section of floor where I stood was up too high for Kishinuma or any of the others to reach me. They couldn't stop me, not anymore.
篠崎。
私だって篠崎の末裔幸子がそうしたように私もこの涅槃を飲み込んで封印する
I'm a descendant of the Shinozaki family too. So just like Sachiko, I'm going to swallow this nirvana and seal it away.
幸子のようにそれってまさか
Like Sachiko, you can't possibly... No! I'd been too embarrassed to look my friends in the eye while informing them of this, but knew I had to now. It was my last chance. I looked up at them, cheeks a little red.
お別れかな
I guess this is goodbye. I giggled as playfully as I could.
いい加減にしろお前はもう十分傷ついたろもういいんだよ篠崎
Enough with the bullshit, Shinozaki. You've been through enough. Don't do this! Hishinuma was downright hysterical, but I still kept that same bright smile on my face. I wouldn't let go of it, no matter what.
でもねいいこともあるの吉江さんの記憶で見たんだけどね
It's not all bad, you know. I saw, in Yoshi's memories.
天神症ができる前幸子がこの涅槃を封印した時はこの涅槃に消された人の存在を取り戻せたの
Before Heavenly Host was made, when Sachiko sealed away the Nirvana, the person it was created for, whose existence had been erased, it was able to get it back. Yeah, Sachiko's dad.
取り戻す
His existence, you mean?
篠原さんや鈴本さんたちみんなの思い出をこの世に取り戻せるかもしれない。
I might be able to do the same for Shinohara and Suzumoto and Morishige and Misui. I might be able to at least put everyone's memories of them back where they belong.
篠崎。
私は幸せだよ。ここでお別れになってもみんなの記憶にいるんだもの。それに比べて
I'm happy. I'll have to say goodbye, but at least I'll still remain in everyone's thoughts. I'll still exist, and that's a pretty good deal in the end.
篠崎。
今のままじゃ篠原さんや鈴本さん、森重くん、ゆい先生、それに涅槃に存在を消されたたくさんの人が悲しすぎる。
It's just much too sad a fate to be erased by the Nirvana. Shinohara, Suzumoto, Morishige, and Misui.
お前はそれでいいのかよ。人のことばっか考えてんじゃねえよ。
Is this really what you want? You need to stop thinking about other people and start thinking about yourself for a change. My facade had finally cracked. A single tear rolled down my cheek, then another and another. And with impeccable timing, the Book of Shadows spoke, striking me while I was down.
残念だが、お前に救いは来ない。
Unfortunately, there's no saving you.
この邪術を行使するには、それなりの代償が必要だ。
Controlling such dark magic requires equal compensation.
幸子ほどの霊力もないお前は、代わりにお前の存在を失うことになる。
Your spirit energy is no match for Sachiko's, so your very existence itself will be taken as payment.
なんだと。
The hell?
涅槃に触れる以上、存在に関しては障害反動を受けねばならない。
Those who come into direct contact with the Nirvana must accept the consequences of their actions. Those who alter the fabric of existence doubly so.
誰の記憶にも残らない。思い出されもしない。これまでお前が生きた証はすべて消えるのだ。よく考えろ。
All memories of you will be forfeit. You will be remembered by none. Everything connected to your identity will be excised from reality. Choose wisely.
篠崎。なあ、冗談じゃねえぞ。お前の存在そのものが消えちまうなんて、そんなバカなこと。
Shinozaki, hey, this is no joke. You won't exist anymore. Choosing that for yourself willingly is just asinine. For a split second, I let my true feelings show, then immediately forced a smile again.
でもみんなの人生を取り戻せるのなら。
But if everybody's lives can go back to normal,
なんでだよ。お前全然わかってねえ。
so fucking what? You don't get it at all.
やめるんだ篠崎。他に方法はないのか。
You need to stop this, Shinozaki. Isn't there any other way?
そうだよ、委員長。私はもう誰にも死んでほしくないし、消えてほしくない。お願いだからやめて。
Yeah, Glass Rep. I don't want to lose you, or anyone else. I'm through with people vanishing from my life, so please just stop. Don't do this!
邪術は常に対価を必要とする。でもそんな未来、私も納得できないわ。
Black magic does come with a price, but even I don't want a future without you. I absolutely cannot agree with this course of action.
ありがとうみんな。でも誰かがやらなきゃいけないことなの。私やるわ。
Thank you all for the kind words, but this is something somebody has to do, and that somebody's going to be me.
涅槃の脅威は残しながらも見守ってゆく道もある。いいのか。
You could always keep the Nirvana intact and remain as its jailer instead. Are you certain the path you've chosen is the one you wish to walk?
問題を先送りして
次の世代に不幸を回すなんてダメ。そうでしょ。
I won't leave this problem for the next generation to deal with. That just wouldn't be right. It wouldn't.
ならば付き合おう。
Then I shall accompany you.
だがただの人間のお前にこの膨れ上がった涅槃を取り込むことができるかな。
But can a normal human like yourself truly consume this expanded nirvana?
飲み込めばいいんでしょ。やってみせる。
I just have to swallow it all, right? I can handle that. I shaved a piece of flesh from the wall of Heavenly Host, fully preparing to illustrate this point. Without thinking too hard about what I was doing and ignoring every impulse in my body, I shoved the fetid meat in my mouth, chewed it, and gulped it down. My face was warped in horror as I felt the morsel slide its way down my throat. I might as well have swallowed fire. This somehow triggered my back to pop open slightly and begin spurting blood. The bits of flesh I was unable to stomach were then quickly and rather ungracefully regurgitated onto the floor.
急いで外へ出て。玄関にゲンセトの穴が開いてるから。
Everybody, get out. Hurry. There's a hole leading back to the real world at the school's entranceway. I then picked up the flesh I'd spit out and tried to cram it back into my mouth. I was determined to keep it down. It would have been a lot easier if it hadn't been glaring at me from my hands, however.
おい、やめろ。やめてくれ。
Wait! Stop! Just stop! I turned to face Kishinuma, who was practically begging me to not go through with this, and it's not like I wanted to. I just had to.
やめてくれ。頼む。そんな簡単にいなくならないでくれよ。
Stop this, please! We don't want you to disappear from our lives, not without a fight! I smiled. The sentiment was truly heartwarming.
あなたはいつも私のこと見てくれてたね。気づいてたよ。
You always did look out for me. Don't think I didn't notice.
あなたが私を忘れても私は忘れないからね。石沼くん。
Even if you forget I exist, I'll never forget you, Kishinuma. Kishinuma's eyes swelled up with tears.
頭ポンポン。嬉しかった。
When you patted me on the head, it made me really happy. I smiled again, even while tears were streaming down my face. This time, after swallowing the wall meat, blood began spurting from my head. Yet finally, my actions seemed to be having an effect, as the wall in front of me began to fizzle away into a blood-red mist, ultimately vanishing before my eyes.
やめろ。やめてくれ。バカ野郎。
Stop! Stop doing that! God damn it all! Kishinuma collapsed to his knees. Another shockwave rocked the whole of the dimension. It was so enormous that the ceiling fell in and the nearby wall began to crack. Whatever rickety parts of the school were left had begun crumbling around us.
大したものだ、篠崎あゆみ。
Oh,
逃げるわよ。巻き込まれる。
you're really something, Ayumi Shinozaki. Let's get out of here while we still can.
立ちなさい。あの子を犬死にさせたいの。どのみちこの亀裂では止めに行くのは無理だろう。
Come on, get up. Do you want her death to be in vain? It's not like we can stop her either way. Not from here.
格好をつけさせてやれ。あれが幸子の血を引く後継者だ。
Let her do what she feels she has to. She's the successor to Sachiko's bloodline. It's her right.
委員長。
Last rep.
忘れるものか絶対篠崎
I'll never forget you, Shinozaki, no matter what. Oh no, you could go back to sleep.
さつきちゃんも無事だったの？
Huh? Big brother! And Satsuki? You're okay?
ああ、さつきちゃんの方は目を覚まさないんだが。
Yeah, though Satsuki's still out cold.
だらだらしないでよ。涅槃ごとあの子に食われたいの？追ってくわよ。
Get your asses moving. Do you want to be eaten alive alongside the Nirvana? I'll leave you behind if I have to.
よしき、行こう。
Yoshiki, let's go. Before he left the area, Kishinuma looked back one last time. But I was out of sight by that point. We carefully but swiftly made our way through the rubble of the former bell tower. Along the way, Yoshiki paused for a moment to look up at the stairs and caught a glimpse of Masuto's clothes.
あれは
Those are... So he died too, huh? It was only a moment's distraction, however. Yoshiki, like the rest of us, very quickly continued on his way. Big brother, I'm scared.
もう少しだ。頑張れ。
It's just a little further. We can make it.
急ぎましょう。
But we have to hurry. Yoshiki got up to follow, but instead just stood there. He wouldn't take a single step.
どうしたの？岸沼。
Kishinuma, what's wrong? Naomi, still on my back, saw Yoshiki's motionless form and knew something wasn't quite right.
人の記憶から消えるだけで済むのか？
Is she just gonna be erased from all our minds?
涅槃を食い尽くした後どうなる？普通の世界に戻れるのか？
What's going to happen when she eats the entire Nirvana? Will the world actually be able to go back to normal? He seemed to be caught in a loop of doubt. He was trying to work it through something in his head and didn't seem ready to move again until he'd succeeded.
よしき、何してるんだ。早くしないと。
Yoshiki, what are you doing? If we don't hurry...
あいつが俺をいるのはその涅槃の中だぞ。
Right now, she's in there. She's inside the Nirvana.
待て、よしき。
Yoshiki, wait! He turned back towards the ruins of Heavenly Host and run off.
お前ら出てろ。
You guys get the hell out of here! And just like that, he was gone, fallen rubble blocking us off from the passageway he darted into.
嘘だろ。
God, no.
吉木さん。
Try as we might, there was no pursuing him. He'd made his choice, and there was nothing we could do to change things now.
仕方ない。急ぐわよ。
We have no choice. We have to go, now. The school began to shake even more violently.
よしき、篠崎。
Not only was it shaking, but creaking and groaning as well. The school was definitely not going to stay intact for much longer, at all. The red and black sky began to get sucked into Heavenly Host like smoke into an exhaust vent, with the beautiful clear night scenery of the real world peeking out from behind it. And slowly, the blue sky of day crept into view, ousting both the moon and the horrors of the Nirvana alike. The 6 pillars disappeared from the earth, leaving only giant craters in their wake. The rising sun shone upon the death-ridden world, serving as a beacon of light and hope for the people who'd suffered beneath what could have been, and for a time was, an endless night.
この世のどこでもない場所で
In a place that exists outside of this world,
嘆きと闇の支配する大きな呪いの濁流は
a curse built upon darkness and sorrow swept through like a river overflowing its banks into the valley below.
優しい少女の血と 存在の犠牲によってせき止められた。
But the flood was dammed through the blood sacrifice of a truly benevolent girl whose very existence was lost in the process.
死の運命は覆らない。
The fate to die cannot be overturned. Oh, then why does Yumi still have a face? Oh, Shinohara has a face now.
取り戻した友達の生きた証は
But the former existence of your sadly departed friends has been restored to this reality. Their memories, their achievements.
それにより生まれる新たな悲しみで世界を満たし癒してゆく。
From that, however, a new sorrow floods the world, and the healing process begins anew. Well, it's nice that at least people remember them now. Naomi's mom's not going to try to kill her or whatever was going
世
on.
代を超えて受け継がれてきた守護者のバトン。
The baton of Guardian has been passed down from one generation to the next.
きっと彼女なら世界のどこかでまっすぐに守り続けてゆくだろう。
And somewhere in this world, I'm certain she must still bear it, protecting us all from deep under the cover of night. Oh, she's not even in the picture.
私たちの記憶からも消え去ってしまった彼女にはもう言葉すら届けることはできないが
She's been erased from our memories, however, so wherever she is, there can never truly be any communication between us again.
いくつかの世界と運命が融合したこの未来で
But in this future, where countless worlds and fate have merged.
ナオミご飯できたよ。
Naomi, food's ready.
はーい。
Coming! With a sigh of relief, Nagashima stood up and left her room. Next to the photo of her classmates, another photo stood on her desk, taken at Mochida's house.
きっとまた会える
I'm certain we'll see her again.
力を守る者の矜持を胸に
Hold the pride of the protector of power in your heart. I didn't notice if Yoshiki was in that picture, because he stayed with her, didn't he? Team Gris Gris. That's it. Yoshiki and Yumi are just stuck together in the Nirvana. Alright, that was Corpse Party Blood Drive. I'm pretty sure we still have 2 extra chapters to do, though. I don't know how I like that story. The ending with apparently Queen was her name from the name on the subtitles or the chat boxes. It didn't really tell us anything about her until the end. Like, I had no idea it was going to be her. I know they mentioned witches throughout the whole game, but they never even they didn't mention anything about the witches or what they had been through. And she was speaking Latin, so I still don't understand what she wanted. But yeah, that was Corpse Party Blood Drive. We'll get through the credits and then we'll finish the extra chapters. Good song, probably gonna get copyright written for it. Mages. End. PC and Switch development, Code Glue, directors Peter. Okay, this is more credits. House in Hinoi's room. In the corner, in a wheelchair, expressionless and empty, with the Book of Shadows on my lap. There was no fire in my eyes, no life. I just sat and stared at a single point in front of me. Book of Shadows can use. Make everybody happy. The reflection staring back from the mirror wasn't me. It was Sachi, the girl in black. Sachi's eyes were covered by her bangs. Her expression was impossible to read. She was unmoving, unreadable, untenable. Just a reflection of me. We'll protect everyone. Best as even if it's by myself. What about Kishinuma? The Book of Shadows in my hand darted its eyes around frantically, its tongue dangling limply outside the frame of the tome itself. I don't see no tongue. The house sat in silence for a moment. And then the doorbell rang again. The reflection in the mirror was no longer Sachi. It was just a Yumi. Just me. The Book of Shadows reverted, too, showing itself once more as a plain, ordinary, entirely standard leather-bound book. The blue-white stones were tossed up into the air, where they danced a bit before tumbling back down. I could easily catch them with one hand. Oh, there he is. Aesthetics unlocked all images in the Gallery of Spirits. Achievement earned. I looked up at the white house in front of me and smiled a toothy grin. And I held on to those stones tightly. For they were my precious ever-after stones. Finally, I found it. So he's okay. He got a Yumi out of there, but she doesn't seem okay. Reparations obtained all endings in Chapter 10. EVP entries for Haruyuki Inumaru have been unlocked. EVP entries for Sayaka Ue have been unlocked. EVP entries for Yoshiki Kishinuma have been unlocked. EVP entries for Yumi Shinozaki have been unlocked. EVP entries for Naomi Nakashima have been unlocked. EVP entries for Kuon Niwa have been unlocked. EVP entries for Magari Mizuki have been unlocked. EVP entries for Satoshi Mochida have been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Asami Imai have been unlocked. Unlocked all voice files in the EVP machine. Achievement unlocked. Soulful testimony from Yuichi Nakamura has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Hiro Shimono has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Eri Kitamura has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Rina Sato has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Rikako Yamaguchi has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Saori Hayami has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Yui Kondo has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Tomohiro Yamaguchi has been unlocked. Soulful testimony from Mako has been unlocked. New Encyclopedia Obscura entries have been unlocked. Queen, Extra Chapter 7 has been unlocked. Wisdom unlocked all entries in the Encyclopedia Obscura. Conclusion cleared out the true ending to each chapter. Reconciliation understood all of the Queen's words. Achievements unlocked.
皆さんお疲れ様です。篠崎あゆみ役の今井あさみです。いや本当に
皆様最後まで遊んでくださってありがとうございます。いやー、今回あゆみちゃんが大変なことになると言われ続けて早2年ぐらい経ったんですけれども、ついにねこんな話になったんだな、あゆみちゃん頑張ったなと思いながら台本を読んで、これ私が演じるんだって感じたらゾッとしましたね。一番ホラーだなって思いました。ただすごく演じてて楽しかったです。いろんな表現を織り交ぜながら演じてたんですけれども、皆様には届いたでしょうか。あゆみちゃんの成長を皆さんが見守ってくださったと思います。これでひとまず完結ということなんですけれども、コープスパーティー2もねありますから、コープスのシリーズこれからも見守ってくださいね。というわけで今やさみでした。バイバイ。
どうも、コープスパーティーブラッドドライブ、持田聡役の下野紘です。はい、ということで今ゲームの収録がちょうど終わったところでございますけれども、お疲れ様でございます。なんて言うんでしょうか。とりあえず一言言わせてください。すげえ疲れました。改めて思いましたけど、コープスパーティーってなんかこういろいろ持ってかれるんですね、本当に。なんだろう、体力なのか精神力なのか、はたまた何か別の要因なのかわからないんですけれども、妙にね、こうぐったりしてるんですね。いやー、本当にびっくりしましたけれどもね。今回天神小学校編最終章ということでございまして、一番最初の無印の時からですね、またさらに先のお話に今回なってくるわけなんですけれども、いやー、本当にね、ネタバレありだっていうことで言わせていただきます。セリフは増えました。一時期、すげえ、なんか俺、普通すぎるな。普通っていうか、モブに近いなって思ったんですけど、すげえ喋ります。けど、最後やってみて思いました。主人公じゃねえなって。うん。なんだろう。主人公たちについてきてる一般人的な。なんかそんな感じでしたね。うん。これが実際こうゲームになったらどうなっていくのか分かりませんけれどもね、その辺楽しみにしているのと、もしもまたね、次回あれば、ね、機会があれば、本当出たいなと思ってるんですけど、出番あんのかなわかんないですけどもね。ていうか次があんのかどうかもわかんないんですけど、ただ一つだけ言わせてください。もう、このスタジオやめませんか？ちょっとね、怖いんです、本当に。天神小学校編も終わるし、天神小学校から離れましょう。なんか、すごい怖いんす。ちょっと収録の時もね、少しノイズっていうか、すごい音が鳴って、ちょっとだいぶビビりに、今喋ってますけど、だいぶビビってるんです。その辺もご検討していただきつつ、とりあえず皆さんはですね、こちらの、コープスパーティー、ブラッドドライブ、ぜひともプレイしていただけたらなと思います。よろしくお願いします。怖かったらみんなでやるっていう方向性で、いろんな人に勧めてください。よろしくお願いします。じゃあ、またお会いできる日を楽しみに。下野紘でした。バイバイ。
コープスパーティーブラッドドライブ、楽しんでいただけましたでしょうか？中島直美役の佐藤里奈です。皆さんお疲れ様でした。いやー、長きにわたるコープスパーティーもこれが最終章ということで、ドキドキしながら収録に臨んで、その収録後にこのコメントを撮っている次第です。今回も凄惨な現場が続きましたね。いやー、拷問のシーンとかね、ちょっとどうなんでしょうね。どういうことになってるのかをちょっとつまびらかにしていただいてから収録をしました。臨場感が伝わってればいいなと。こんなね拷問のお芝居もできるのは役者冥利に尽きるというものですね。皆さんがちょっとでも痛そう怖そうって思ってくれたらいいなと思いながら演じておりました。直美的にはですね、聖子との絡みがあんまりね今回はね、どうしてもしょうがないんですけどなかったので、
ちょっとね個人的に私としてですね、佐藤として残念だったところはあるんですけど、でもずっと聖子のことは友達だよっていう思ってるっていうシチュエーションというかセリフも出てきたので、そこは心を込めて、演じております。ぜひ、聞いていただけると、楽しんでいただけると、幸いです。ひとまずは最終章ということなんですけれども、皆様のお力があればまたどこかでお会いできることもあるんじゃないかなと思いますので、これからもコープスパーティー応援してください。よろしくお願いします。てなわけで、中島直美役の佐藤里奈でした。バイバイ。
こんにちは。三輪クオン役の早見沙織です。ゲームクリアおめでとうございます。わーい。いやいかがでしたでしょうか。私は今ですね、まさに今全て取り終えまして、なんかもう個人的には最後の方になるにつれてすごくグッときますし、うるうるしながら収録させていただきました。クオンさんはそうですね、まあ外見もそうですけれども、中身もすごく穏やかで、そして温かいものを持っているような女性かなと思いました。時折シーンの中でキャラクターをこうギュッと抱きしめて言葉を発したりするところなんかはね、もうたまらないですね。ま自分でやっててあれなんですけど、抱きしめられたいですよね、クオンさんに。そして温かくささやかれたいです。温かくささやかれたいなと思いました。他にもね、いっぱい魅力的なキャラクター出てきますので、クオンさんをはじめぜひもう一度と言わず二度三度何度も繰り返してプレイしていただけると嬉しいなと思います。それではさようなら。
ゲームクリアおめでとうございます。はい、改めまして三輪愛子役の山口理香子です。ですね、コープスパーティーの収録の感想ということで、コープスパーティーの収録噂には聞いていたんですが、しんどかったです。私はですね、コープスパーティーの 2U でしかまだ収録を経験したことがなかったんですが、今回はお家でこう練習とかをしていて、何度か酸欠になりかけました。愛子さんは精神的に追い詰められて、こう謝罪をするシーンとか結構いろいろあるんですけれども、まあそこが練習しているとめまいがする。はい、それがですね、逆にはちょっと臨場感があって良いものになったのではないかなと思ってます。そしてですね、私は阿鼻教官とか、あと女子高生の血濡れた姿とか、そういうものが大好きなので、今回はですねそれを演じられるということで、とても楽しかったです。でプレイしている皆様もそういうのが大好きな方々ばかりだと思いますので、一緒に楽しめたと思います。ぜひですね、すべてのエンドをコンプリートしてください。ではありがとうございました。
コープスパーティーブラッドドライブをお楽しみの、絶叫中の皆さん、こんにちは。持田由香役の北村絵里です。たった今私は収録の方を終えまして、もう毎度同じような感想を言ってしまっているような気がするんですけれども、大事なことなので何度も言います。汗だくです。非常に汗をかきました。なんでしょうね、心の汗もあるのかな今回も、ゆかちゃんの絶叫、絶叫に至るまでのね、ゆかちゃんの、調子の乗りをこの子はね学習しないんだなっていうこともね、ケドウィンさんたちと一緒に収録前にタハハと話はしていたんですけども、非常に今回も愛らしく残念なゆかちゃんを、楽しめるような内容になってるんじゃないかなと思いました。ゆかちゃんとしてもですね、毎度悲惨な目にはあっていますけれども、しっかりと美味しいシーンたくさん詰まっておりますので、相変わらずめでてあげてほしいなと思っております。何はともあれ、コープスパーティーブラッドドライブ、皆さんよろしくお願いいたします。北村絵里でした。
どうも、吉木役の中村雄一です。お疲れ様です。いやー、これは今どのタイミングなんですかね。ちょっと、皆さんがお聞きになっているタイミングというものを 全くわからないんですけども、おそらく何かしらのエンディングを見た後だと思うんですけども、いかがでしたでしょうか。今回は最初に台本を読んだ時に、ひどい死に様をするシーンはそんなに演じる部分がないなと思っていたので油断をしておりましたね。必死に叫ぶところが多すぎです。はい、疲れますね。というところで、我々がね、いろんなものを削りながら、行った収録のその決勝をですね、皆様があっという間に進んじゃうんだろうなと思うと、もう泣けてきてしょうがないですけども、今回の、特に僕のその YOSHIKI の出ているシナリオ部分に関しては、本当に YOSHIKI と歩みとが出てくるだけで、他の方のルートっていうものが全然わからない状態だったりもしたので、そういう意味では僕たちもこう製品版になった時に他はどういう話になってるんだろうとか、楽しみがですねより増えるかなと。大体いつも分かれちゃうんですけどね、チームだから。僕ね、今回何名かこいつは俺初めて呼んだかもしんないとかこの人誰だっけって思う人がですね非常に多くてですね、そういう意味でも久々の新鮮な収録になったかなと思っております。また次回お会いできる時があるのでしょうか、ちょっとわからないですけども、その時にはですね、また皆さんが楽しめるような、いろんなものを削って、送り出したいと思いますので、よろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
大上さやか役のまこです。メロハーン。わー、アフレコ終わりました。なんか日常のところもあったり、なんかね、再起のシーンがあったり、なんかこれとこれが一緒ってすごいゲームだなーって思いながらアフレコしておりました。相変わらずね、犬丸に冷たいさやかちゃんだったのですが、まこ優しいからかな。もっと冷たくていいですっていっぱい言われながらアフレコしておりました。なかなかね、そういう風にビシビシ言う機会もないので、それはそれで気持ちいいなと思いました。前もなんかそんなこと感想で言ったような気がするな。なんかそうこうやって感想を言っているのも長くやってるシリーズだと、そんなこと前も言ったなと思ったり、このスタジオでこの前も撮ったなと思ったり、なんかすごい思い出深いので、終わっちゃうなんて寂しいですが、ありがとうございました。またどこかで。まこでした。
Queen, the core of the Nirvana, sometimes known as the Witch Queen. She was the leader of the European witches who were killed during the witch hunts in the Middle Ages, had been sleeping within the Codex of the Witch's Wisdom, the Book of Shadows, but was awoken when Yoshi Shinozaki cast the Land of Corpses spell, forging her into the core of the Nirvana. Sakachiko consumed the Nirvana, but was then murdered by Principal Takamine Yanagihori, which freed it from her body and gave the Witch Queen life once more. His heart.
私には幼少の記憶がない。
I don't have any clear memories of my childhood.
ただ両親が優しかったのは覚えてる。
But I do remember my parents being kind. It was dusk, and the room was completely unlit. It was so dark inside that we could have been entertaining guests, and I'd never have known it, because I'd never have been able to see them. I felt alone, but I knew I wasn't, and I was determined to get my mom's attention.
お母さん、お腹すいた。
Mom, I'm hungry. Assuming she hadn't moved since the sun had started setting, my mom was probably still sitting at our small kitchen table, leaning her elbows on it and cradling her forehead. This was the third time I'd informed her of my desire to eat, and finally this time I could hear her start to move at the sound of my voice. Though this was my home, it had always just felt like an empty void to me. And now it was more than just a feeling. I'd noticed my voice was echoing a lot more than it ever used to. All of our furniture was mysteriously disappearing, day in and day out. Yesterday was the toaster. The day before was the piano. The day before that was our chest of drawers. And today was Dad? Where had Dad gone, I wondered.
お母
Mom? Mom's shadow moved slightly, silhouetted in a shade of black only slightly different from the rest of the blackness around me. She extended her arm in my direction.
Satsuki, gomen ne.
I'm sorry, Satsuki. Her tone, like the house itself, was dark. Maybe it just sounded that way because of the general mood in the room. Hopefully that's all it was, I thought.
お母さん電気つかない。
Mom, the lights won't turn on.
Satsuki, gomen ne.
I'm sorry, Satsuki. Suddenly my field of vision shook violently and my surroundings began flitting by like shooting stars. Flashes of light were whizzing to and fro as the barely discernible ceiling pattern above me was phasing in and out of existence. The legs of the table I was sitting at began to melt away. I saw Mom's face for a moment, and there was this strange march of frying pans flying through the air. Which was especially strange since we only owned one frying pan. My entire face began to swell and go into convulsions, and my ears were howling and ringing. I could barely hear anything anymore. The areas under my nose and ears were all wet and cold as well. Was that snot? Earwax? What was I feeling?
Satsuki, gomen ne.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. See, whenever this happened, Mom would always hang back and rest her head for a bit, but would then hug me with the kindest, warmest, most sickeningly sweet embrace. That's why I love them. I love frying pans. I love what they represent to me.
Gomen ne. Kore shika nai no.
I'm sorry, dear, but this is all I have. Mom gave me some potato chips. They weren't exactly my favorite brand, so their flavor was kind of iffy, but it's the thought that counts, right? There were cartons and cartons of potato chip bags all throughout our house, and they were all for me. I was the only one who really ate them. And whenever I did, Mom would always seem to be a little happier for some reason. So frying pans were my favorite objects, and potato chips were my favorite food.
Satsuki, 3日後あなたに大事なお役目があるのよ。
Satsuki, in 3 days you have a very important role to fulfill.
お役目って何？
A role? What's a role?
喜びなさい。あなたは大司教様の比類ない英知で生まれ変わるの。人間としてワンランク上に上がることができるのよ。
It's something joyous. You're to be reborn through the incomparable wisdom of the Archbishop. He'll be one rank higher than ordinary humans.
Satsuki-nu! おいっす！
Satskin, what's up?
ああ、水原さん。
Oh, Mizuhara. This was Haruhi Mizuhara. I'd known her since grade school. I still wasn't sure how to react when someone called out to me, though I just stared at her blankly.
何？
What is it?
相変わらずあんたってネクラね。たまにはおいっすとかいい返事返してみなさいよ。
Well, aren't you Miss Gloomy again today? Can't you at least give me a what's up every now and again?
まあいいや。さつき犬、今週末こそほら、前から言ってたランド行こうよ。
Whatever, Satskin. This weekend we have to hit up land. We can't just keep talking about it and not go.
週末はダメ。集会がある。
I can't do weekends. I have meetings.
もうそんなもの宗教にどっぷりハマってる親たちに任せればいいじゃないか。本当は行きたいんだろう。
For crying out loud, why not leave all the religion crap to your parents? You at least want to go with me, don't you?
ほら、その顔は知ってるんだよ。サツキーヌがランドで買ってきたモッキーのパンツ愛用してること。
I know that face. I know it well. I know how much you love those Moki pants I bought you from there.
行きたいけど。
I do want to go, but...
親の押し付けなんてスルースルー。やめろやめろ。
Ignore your parents, girl. Ditch them. Give them a heave-ho. Mizuhara was genuinely really funny. She had a certain sense of timing about her that made it hard for me not to get sucked in. I didn't usually laugh, as a rule, but this girl could really bring it out of me.
まったくもう子供が親を選べたらいいのに。サツキ犬ももっと明るく健康的にさ。
Honestly, wouldn't it be nice if people could pick and choose their parents? You could be so bright and cheery if you weren't always cooped up in Darksville.
その結構胸もある体で男子を脳殺とかしろよな。プリンプルーン。
Plus, you've got a good pair on you, so why not use those to bring all the boys to the yard? Let be all like boingy boingy. Later that day, Mizuhara had gotten in a car accident on her way home from school. Her jaw had shattered on impact, preventing her from ever smiling again. Since then, she hadn't come to school a single time.
あなたがサツキちゃんね。よく来たわ。
You must be Satsuki. It's nice of you to come.
えらい。本当にえらい。そんな若い美空で物の道理と自己犠牲の尊さを分かってる。素敵よ。
You're such a good girl. Despite your young age, you show a firm grasp of reason and understand the nobility of self-sacrifice. You truly are a wonder. I was brought to this suspicious place through some magic that obviously leaned a bit on the dark side. I remember I was really cold here since I was wearing nothing but a thin, black robe.
目的も分からずに無感動に親の言うことをひたすら聞く。きっととってもいい子なのでしょうね。
Following her parents' orders without talking back at all. She must be a very good child indeed. This was the headquarters of Martuba's tomb. I was in a room lined with terrifying-looking devices, and everyone around me was dressed in similar robes, listening intently, almost passionately, to their leader's voice. My mind was a blank slate. I had a slight smile on my face, but I didn't want to make eye contact, so I just focused all of my attention on a random piece of the floor.
はい、マスターマガリ。うちの子は本当に素直で従順で。
Yes, Mr. Smagari, our child truly is most honest and obedient.
教団のお役に立てるならば何でもと進んで名乗りを上げました。
As you can see, we'll do anything we can to be of use to the order. Anything at all.
あっそ。それよりお前らは上納金を支払いな。どんだけ滞納してると思ってる。
Is that so? Then how about you pay your fucking dues for a change? I wonder if you could even guess how many times you've defaulted. Yes, mistress.
猫正つき。汝は自らの意志でその運命を受け入れるか？
Satsuki, my pawn. Do you accept this fate of your own volition? I gave an empty smile and turned my gaze lazily towards the corner of the ceremony room. What I saw there gave me a sudden chill, though I did my best not to show it. Sticking out from a massive earthenware pot was Haru's face, thoroughly bloodied and with eyes rolled back into her skull.
親の押し付けなんてスルースルー。
Ignore your parents, girl. Ditch them! Streams of drool and blood alike had stained her lifeless chin. She appeared very much as if she had literally just been thrown away, like yesterday's garbage.
猫正つき。どうだ？運命を受け入れた子らの親は見返りとして教団内で大きな地位を手に入れる。
Satsuki, my pawn. What's it to be? The parents of those who accept this fate will be granted a powerful position within our holy order. The room fell silent, no doubt anxiously awaiting my response. I'd been trying my hardest to swallow my emotions, but there are just some feelings a person can't suppress, and one of them made its way up from my heart and out of my mouth.
死にたくないです。マガリ様。
I don't want to die, Mr. Smagari. It was accompanied by a sudden flurry of tears, and my parents immediately began to show signs of extreme panic on their faces. They looked at me as if I'd just committed the greatest affront known to man. They were afraid, but also disgusted. Their stares were cold and accusatory.
危険にされる実験でしょ。そんなの嫌だよ。
This is a transformation experiment, right? I don't want that.
よし。
All right. This simple affirmative statement was followed by one quick flick of the wrist, and suddenly my parents were now missing the upper halves of their bodies. It required almost no effort. My parents each now lay in two pieces, making a squishy, slimy, awful sound as they died.
さつき、 その息やよしだ。友達の水原の分も生きろ。
That's just what I was hoping from you, Satsuki. Live on for your friend Mizuhara.
あんたは私の元で暮らすがいい。愛玩動物として飼ってやる。
You can live under me. I'll take you in as my pet.
代わりの親もすぐに用意してやるわ。
I'll even prepare replacement parents for you.
では心霊手術始めまーす。
Now then, let the spiritual surgery begin. I am Satsuki Mizuhara, and I have just been born on this day. Extra Chapter 7, Satsuki's Heart End. Oh wow, that's interesting. Soulful testimony from Yumi Hara has been unlocked. Extra Chapter 8 has been unlocked. Reignition unlocked. Extra Chapter 8 achievement unlocked.
皆さんこんにちは。水原さつき役の原由美です。はい、ということで、ブラッドドライブ久しぶりにゲームの中で水原さつきちゃんを演じさせていただきました。To You の時はコメディの要素が多かったんですけれども、今回はねもう超怖い感じでした。私も結構叫び台詞がありましてですね、他の方の収録もかなり叫び台詞の多い超怖いシーンが多いと聞いております。なのでですね、私もこのずっと思っていたコープスの洗礼を受けられたのではないかななんていうふうに思います。でもね、収録中に相変わらずポテチは食べさせていただけて、すごく楽しくて幸せな収録でございました。ぜひぜひまたねプレイしていただけたら嬉しいです。ではありがとうございました。水原さつき役の原由美でした。
Extra Chapter 8 Reignition.
篠崎あゆみによる涅槃封印は異空間天神小学校で命を落とした者たちの存在を取り戻した。
After Ayumi Shinozaki sealed away the Nirvana, those who lost their lives at Heavenly Host Elementary were able to exist in this world once again.
しかし死者は蘇らない。
But the dead can never truly be brought back to life.
エンティティウォールや涅槃球体は消滅したが、下界には巨大な穴と多数出た死者という爪痕はそのまま残っていた。
The entity walls in the Nirvana may be gone, but they left massive chasms in the earth and countless casualties in their wake.
持田聡殿の話を聞くと、教師宍戸結衣の代わりにいた丹羽久遠や篠原聖子の代わりにいた生徒はその存在を消滅させたらしい。
Plus, according to Satoshi Mochida, Kuon Niwa and all of the students who took the place of his formerly existenceless friends in this world have now been erased in their stead.
だが丹羽久遠は死亡の事実は変わらないが、丹羽愛子の姉としてのその存在は残った。
Though Kuon Niwa's existence isn't entirely gone, she still somehow exists in memory as Aiko Niwa's sister.
会長を失ったパーフェクトライフは偉大な支柱の抜けた穴を埋めるため、引き継ぎや後処理で大きな混乱に陥っていたようだ。
And while they don't exactly remember how or why this came to be, Perfect Life is now short one CEO and has fallen into total chaos trying to find and train a replacement.
世はすべての歴史に立ち会ってきたシャーマンなり。
We are shamans. We have witnessed the entirety of history.
過去邪馬台国で卑弥呼が倒れし時も、東欧革命の折にあの壁が崩れし時も、
When Queen Himiko fell during the Yamata Taikoku, we were there. When the wall fell during the Eastern European Revolution, we were there.
世は転生を繰り返し、すべての時代が変わる瞬間に立ち会い、世を動かしてきた存在である。
We have been resurrected time and time again. Standing proud as the eras shift, we and we alone have moved this world.
たたえよ。世がここへ転生してくるゆえんは、まさにこの世が変わる随長。
Praise, for we resurrect here again, a pleasing omen of the earth's newest impending shift.
報われぬ魂よ。前世の業を覆いし不遇のとよ。世と共に変革の観測者たらん。
Ungirded souls, thou hast failed in thy past life and must now bear witness to our revolution.
皆、福音である。
This is our gospel.
幼子を見よ。昨夜、我が教団にて産み落とされし、奇跡の子である。
Behold the child. Last night a miracle was born unto our world. Oh, don't tell me it's Sachi.
母親は不明。この弱いでの生誕。これはまさに神の再来なり。
The mother be not known, but a birth at such an age, 'tis surely the second coming of God.
この子には才能がある。いずれ世の後継としてふさわしく成長するであろう。世と共に称えるのだ。
This child has the potential. This child shall one day grow to be our successor. Let us all praise this child. Are you going to show me the child? Once the cleanup efforts from the Nirvana incident had more or less become old news, I decided to pay the order a visit and see what was up.
随分とボロボロになったものね。
Damn, this place sure went south.
涅槃期間後、私はマルトゥバ本部へ戻ってきた。教祖部屋は壁や床に穴が開き、教団機も傾いて、ひどく荒れ果ててしまっていた。
It's been forever since I last came here, but look at this place. Damage everywhere, holes in the walls and floors, a neglected flag slanted on its pole, a mess all around.
マスターマガリー、ご無事でしたか？
Mistress Magadi, I am pleased you've come back to us safely.
わずかに残った教団員、あれほどいた連中がどこに姿を消してしまったのだろうか。
One of the few remaining members, and there were so many before. I wonder where they all disappeared to.
世界の混乱にも耐えうる結束と信じていた私は、内心胸がムカついていた。
Not that I should have ever trusted them to keep their shit together in the first place when the apocalypse came knocking. I was kind of mad at myself for being surprised at all.
教団員はおどおどした挙動で私の顔色を伺ってくる。
Don't know who this person is, but he's looking at me kind of nervously.
教祖様は
Where's the founder?
それが
Well,
教祖は教団近くに何本目かのエンティティウォールが生えた際に慌てふためいて階段を踏み外し死亡したという。
when one of the several entity walls sprouted near the Order's HQ, our founder apparently panicked and fell down the stairs and died.
教団員は随分減ったが、皆死んだのか。
So is the reason there are so few members now because everybody died?
はい。または恐ろしくなり逃げ出した者も多数。
Mostly. There were several others who ran away in fear as well.
他の幹部もか。
Even among the elites?
はい。
I'm afraid so. I turned around and walked out of the room. What about the child? The springs creaked and groaned as I tossed about in my bed.
マルトゥバに捧げた私の人生は何だったのか。
What the fuck was the point in devoting my life to the Martubas? I got up and jumped right back down onto the mattress once more. I wanted to break the fucking thing.
私のやってきたことって
All the shit I did.
私の存在意義って
The whole purpose behind my existence.
すごくさ、くだらなかったんじゃないの
Was all for nothing! I slammed the bed repeatedly with my fists, and the springs rocked back and forth vigorously.
ずっと捨てられてから一人でやってきてさ、バルドに拾われて生きる意味を見つけたって思ってさ。
This whole fucking time! I've done everything on my own ever since I was abandoned, and when Waldo took me in, I thought I'd finally found my reason to live.
誰にも負けないようにやってきたのに、誰もみんな
I got where I am today by never losing to anyone, but now there's no one left. They're all fucking gone! My eyes were red and I was out of breath. As I threw my tantrum, a familiar figure stepped in through my bedroom door, carrying a tray.
お嬢様、お帰りなさいませ。
Welcome back, madam.
ミルクティーをお持ちしました。
I brought you some milk tea. I got up and threw myself at Waldo with every last bit of force my muscles could push. Instantly, I was bawling. Madam. Waldo was old and wise. He was my rock in all of this.
いいか私を一人にするな
Waldo, I want you to promise me something. Don't you ever, ever leave me. You got that?
はい。
Of course. He smiled at me.
この教団は私が立て直すからもっといいものにしてやるからついてこい
This order needs to be rebuilt. And I'm going to be the one to rebuild it. I'm going to make it better than ever. Come on, we've got a lot of work to do.
もちろんです。
But
お
of
嬢
course,
様。
but of course, madam. What about the child? Was it Sachi? Was it a baby? Was it a child? Bravery obtained every ending in every chapter. Achievement earned. Extra chapter 8 reignition end. Soulful testimony from Maya Uchida has been unlocked. But what about the child? Finality and gratitude obtained all of their achievements and unlocked all soulful testimonies. Achievements unlocked. Okay, here's Maya Uchida. I am so upset that they didn't at least explain more about the child, because they're a child born at this age. So is she the age that Satsuki was in the game, or Sachi was in the game, or is she a baby and they're gonna raise her? Or are they gonna raise Sachi because she's technically Sachiko's age and she's only 6 or 7, I think. Okay, whatever. Let's listen to this and then we're done this game.
水木曲がり役内田真彩です。収録終わりました。ありがとうございました。いやマガリちゃんは、絵をいただいた時というか台本をいただいた時と絵をいただいた時の印象がだいぶ違くてかなり台本を読んでいるだけだとなんかどんだけ嫌なやつなんだろうなとか思ったんですけど絵をじっくり見ているとですねこのギャップが良いのだということに気づきましてなんかどれだけギャップを出せるかみたいなところを意識したんですけど私の中のプラン的にはですねあんまりなんかかわいい超かわいいってなるよりかはムカつくってなってくれていたら嬉しいなと思ってます。今回はこういうコープスパーティーという作品のこの雰囲気がすごくじわじわと恐怖が来るような私怖い感じの作品ってあまりやったことがなかったんですけど家で読んでてうわこの気持ち悪さすっげえやべえって思いながら楽しんで収録も行わせていただきました。すごく楽しかったです。ありがとうございました。内田真彩でした。
And that's all we have left to do. All right. That was interesting, and I guess it does leave more because it says it's the end of the Heavenly Host chapter, but we know that we have, what was it, Dead Patient, I think is the next one we're going to be playing. So maybe that has something to do with the child that was born at that last extra chapter there. But I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. I'm sorry for all of the graphic and audio errors I had. But other than that, I hope it was enjoyable. I guess that's all we have left to do though, so I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful night, day, whatever time it is for you. And I will see you in the next video. Alright, that's Spacesis signing off. Bye bye.